Welcome back to Echo Meld Radio. This is your man, Mr. PTO. Today's date is August 2nd, 2019. So before we get started with this podcast, make sure that you follow Echo Meld Radio on Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. Also feel free to hit Mr. PTO up in my email, echomeldradio@gmail.com. Also, make sure that you're subscribed on whatever platform that you're listening to, whether it's Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, Spotify, whatever platform that you're listening to Echo Meld Radio on, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I still have been getting reports that people have not been receiving alerts from Mr. PTO. So please make sure that you have your subscribe button on. And if there's like a little bell icon, kind of like what YouTube has, hit that as well to make sure that you're getting the latest episodes from Mr. PTO. Also, feel free to show your support for Echo Meld Radio at anchor.fm/Echo Meld Radio /support to support the podcast. Any donations that come to this podcast will help to get it out to other platforms. Thank you to my monthly subscribers, or let me just say my monthly supporters that have been holding Echo Meld Radio down. Echo Meld Radio has hit another three platforms now. So now putting Echo Meld Radio on 13 platforms. So thank you for doing those good deeds to Mr. PTO and trying to help your fellow American hear this out, because I know not everybody's hearing news that I have that's coming out. All right, so today's title of the podcast will be You Can't Decide 2020. Keyword is can't. This one is for everybody, but primarily my people that's in California. I'm mainly doing this podcast for you since you're on the front line of this particular situation. So what's going on? The 2020 race for the White House has gone stone crazy. First is Trump with, Russia got him into office. Then Trump had rigged electronic voting machines. Now, are any of these things true? Who really knows? It's been 3 years. Don't think most people are really worried about how Trump won at this point. It appears to me most people are trying to make the best out of the situation, whether they like the president or not. Now, my personal opinion, all presidents have some good qualities that I like, and they definitely have made some bonehead decisions, no matter what party that they're with. But if I told you that you cannot vote in 2020, how would you feel? Words that come to mind would be like, who do you think you are, Mr. PTO? I'm grown. You can't tell me I can't vote. Or F you, Mr. PTO, you don't pay my bills, so mind your business. Now, these are words that I would expect to hear from my fellow Americans, but did you tell your state government that? I'm talking to you, California fam, and don't look around as if I wasn't talking to you. Your governor, Gavin Newsom, signed Senate Bill 27 on Tuesday. What is Senate Bill 27? It is the Presidential Tax Transparency and Accountability Act. This bill requires a presidential candidate to disclose their returns at a minimum of 98 days before an election. Candidates must file 2 copies of their 5 most recent returns to the California Secretary of State office. 1 copy has to be identical to what the IRS has on file. The other will have to be posted on the Secretary of State's website within 5 days. The tax returns will be removed from the website at the end of the election. Of course, it's supposed to apply to anyone running for president, regardless of its affiliation. Right. This bill will actually be put to the test come March 3rd of next year for the California primaries. Now, the federal law doesn't regulate candidates to release their tax returns. It's just more of an unwritten rule and considered polite. Now, for the People Act is also a bill being considered by other states to kind of mimic SB 27. Now, I haven't necessarily got a list of all those states. And once I get them, then I'll definitely let you know. But there's something else that's been cooked up as well for this 2020 race. Now, this is supposed to show us how much taxes were paid and if any tax shelters were used by the candidate. Also, this bill is to bring light to anyone who has potentially worked with a foreign business or a foreign politician. Now, I get it. You want a responsible person to be your representative, but it's hard to find someone that's not at least a little bit dirty. Now, what is weird to me is that the Dems say Trump got in the White House by cheating and scamming. But isn't the bill a bit grimy itself? To push the issue of let's see your tax statements or we'll take away the right to vote from the California citizens. Now, how is this really supposed to hurt Trump when California is most likely going to go blue anyway? This subtle way of taking your votes away is dangerous, California residents. You might think it's cute to keep Trump off the ballot, but what happens when they say no women on the ballot, Or no black people on the ballot, Or nobody from the LGBTQ community can get their name on the ballot, Remember, there's the old sports rule of don't do anything great if you can't handle the congratulations. That might be what's taking place here. Thank you, John Madden, for telling me that one. I'll always remember that. Now, this great rubbish of SB 27 may give you the ultimate congratulations. No voice or no opinion in 2019. Or actually would be 2020 when this actually really affects you. Now, regardless of how you feel about Trump, he shouldn't be blocked from being on the ballot. And definitely for those who would want to vote for him, and he's still the president. Like, how are you going to block the current president from being on a ballot? I don't get that. The leaders of California thinks its citizens are stupid and emotionally challenged. Now, don't get in your feels, my California fan. Mr. PTO is not calling you stupid. But the actions of your leaders, keyword, your leaders of California, clearly says that they don't trust you enough to not vote for Trump. So let's not give them the option. So they give you this watered down excuse of, let's see your tax papers, and as your voice gets hijacked. Well, they tell Trump, let's see your tax papers, but then it's your voice that's getting hijacked. Now, one second, fam. All right. Trump stole the votes, they say, but aren't they the ones that's stealing now? And then actually had the gall to do it legally now. Your state has bombarded you with laws this year. Background checks for ammunition that started in July. And the potential for fines for students having smartphones in their classroom. Come on, man. Like, people, please. Please. Now, you know what? Nah, I'm not even about to get into that. It's Friday. People just got paid. I'm not going to ruin your weekend. So, let's just go ahead and get to the moral of the story. The moral of the story is no one law can fix everything for everyone. But to punish an entire state of voters because you don't like one person is just crazy to Mr. PTO. Now, for those of you who think SB 27 or Senate Bill 27 is okay and to keep Trump off the ballot and think that is cool, whatever. Then when some of those same politicians that tell you certain people cannot be on a ballot box based off of your gender, race, or religious beliefs, don't cry. Just say, yes, massa. Oh, yeah. Mr. PTO just ended it like that. I did. But anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and let that marinate on your brain. I'm just saying, to me, this kind of looks like a little subtle way of taking away your free speech and your power of voting, no matter who it is that you voted for. I don't care if you want to vote for Secret Squirrel. I do not care. Or his homeboy, Morocco Mole. I don't care. I just want you to go out and vote. Vote for somebody, even if you got to write yourself in. But what I am saying, for them to say that they're going to speak on your behalf and not put the president, the current president of the United States, on a ballot box, whether you like him or not, is tomfoolery. It is stupid. It is foolish. And they're trying to call you, again, stupid, emotionally challenged, and their children. That's what they're calling you. Did they say that by word? Nope. But their actions sure did that. To me, this is no different than you going to a restaurant and you pick for your children what they're going to eat. It's the same concept. They have no opinion or no pick because you're the one paying for it and you're the adult. Well, that's what they're telling you. We're picking your president because you don't know what's good for you, and we do. Dang, California. I really, it's a beautiful state, but I don't see how some of you are living there in these conditions right now. With all of these stupid laws and, and your cost of living is just really gone ridiculous. Yeah, I definitely pray for y'all folks out there in Cali, and I hope that this is something that may get amended some kind of way, maybe even just thrown in the trash, because that's where it belongs. It belongs in a dumpster fire. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all good people go. Again, it's Friday. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your weekends. Try and stay prepared as much as you can with your food, water, and your security. Also, get your community together. There's a lot of things that's still going on currently. So let's not get too relaxed, but let's not stop living neither, people. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the time with your family, friends, colleagues, whoever. Maybe it's time by yourself. I don't know. But continue to do what you got to do, but also make sure that you put aside for a potential rainy day or some kind of humbug experience. Take care, people. Peace.